Hello, my name is Gretchen. I came into care 14 years ago when at the age of 7. The hardest part of being in care is being separated from siblings. Throughout in care, the hardest part was always getting visitations, getting it scheduled. But somehow, some way, we always managed to keep in contact. To this day, I still have siblings in the system. I still keep in touch with them. It's just hard with my schedule, with work, school, and being a mom. But I continue to see them. Some of them call me. Well, my goal was never to go home. I never wanted to go home due to my mom was unstable. But my goal was always to age out at the age of 21. I was just trying to get all the programs that will help me advance in college. To this day, I'm still in college. I am working for the Youth Advocate Program. I'm helping others the same way that they don't go through the same path as I did, but it's just helping them in a way that I'm able to with my background.
Sisters, what advice would you give to workers around sibling relationships?
Don't separate them. Don't ever separate the siblings. I think that's the hardest, to this day, I think it's the hardest thing. Because I'm not able, I don't even know my youngest favorite color or what favorite plate they like to eat. So it's like, I think that bothers me to this day. It's out of my control right now. I'm not able to say, you know what, let me just pick them up, or it's just, I think the importance of keeping siblings together, it should always be discussed. And I know it's hard to have 9 people living together and a foster mom taking over, but at least having these visits require as for their mental health and everything. Actually, I'm still connected to my last foster mom. She's the only person that never gave up on me. She never took over guardianship or adoption. We did discuss that guardianship with her, but we were never followed through because then I would lose a lot of benefits, like programs that IDCFS would have offered to me, like college tuition or whatnot. So that's a plan. You know, I was okay with her saying, you know what I mean? To me, she will always be my mom. So it doesn't matter if she signed the paper or not. We don't go by Nelly, we go by Mama. She's the mama of the house. We always celebrate Christmas, New Year's, everybody together in the house. And we always get, the best part about it, we get to enjoy like what I like, my food, my typical Puerto Rican food. I love the fact that we were able to speak Spanish and nobody tell me to be quiet. Hey, you can't speak Spanish because, you know what I mean, this is an English house. And I used to hate it because I battle speaking English. To this day I still do. Maybe because I lost a lot of days of education or whatnot, but I still love the fact that I was able to speak it and I was okay and she made me comfortable, so it was never like no. And her house was always Spanish and I loved it, and she spoke English too, so we'll speak Spanglish. IDCFS tried their best to keep in contact with parents, but they saw the lack of my mother not advancing or getting better. So it was just a question that was not asked after years. So by the age when I was in high school, it was never asked again. So I would have loved to be asked. When I entered that program, I had a lot of questions. How to be an adult. But I had to learn how to figure it out. I did have a caseworker provided. She was there. Just like, I just had to learn how to, you know, connect the light, connect the gas. I was learning while, you know, I was on my own. I was pregnant too. But I did have a lot of people ask me if I was okay. I had my mentor 24/7. I had my mom. But I wish, you know what I mean, she would have asked me, hey, are you okay at night? It was hard. I wasn't ready. So I would have loved for DCFS to connect with family and reach out to the people, my family that live in PR. Maybe I would have been saved from a lot of trouble. Maybe, you know, I would have been in better hands. Adoption means home, stable, no, not to worry. I'm getting kicked out the next day. 2 week, 14-day notice, what they put out there. Permanency, guardianship means permanency. Able to just rely on one person. Hey, you know, I'll go back to this person. She'll have my back if I get in trouble or whatnot. Aging out without adoption or guardianship mean to me. It was hard. I wanted to be like, hey, you know what? You're adopted. I earned somebody else's last name. The same way we get married, we know we earn somebody's spouse last name. So the same way I wanted to be earned that. Hey, I'm part of the family. But I always felt at home with my last foster home, which is I was a close kid. I was really quiet. I was going through my head was always overthinking. So I never had that opportunity. Maybe they did reach out to me. I never realized that. Maybe I never, hey, you know what? I was never open to a lot of things. A lot of people, hey, you're joining this program. Until I got to high school, that's when I started opening, and that's when I went to my last home. She was the one that was more like, hey, you know, I'm not gonna give up on you. So I never, there's probably, I'm not gonna say that there wasn't teachers that reached out to me. There was probably plenty of them. But I was never a troubled child in school. I never got into fights. I always had A's and B's. You know, I always met my goals. Whatever, you know, homework was due, it was there. Even though I was moving from home to home. Was I failing a couple classes? I don't remember, but it was just hard since I was in bilingual classes, so that's I think that helped me a lot. I didn't want to talk to nobody, so it was really hard. It's hard to open up to somebody after you just been closed down. After doors, after doors, after doors. It became harder and harder. I never stopped. And as an adult, you know, I'm learning a lot. There's a lot of, you know what I mean? I'm learning my way. And I'm trying to teach that to my daughter. I wish it would have been different, but you know what? It made me who I am today. And I thank God that I'm not where I used to be. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and lie. There's no days that I don't go to the school. Hey, you know what? They're gonna call IDCFS on you because your child is not brushed. So I try to teach her. I want her to know where I come from when she gets older. So I sit with her. I read to her. Try to teach her Spanish so she doesn't forget where she comes from too. I just want her to be a better woman than I am. And I am, and I'm getting there. I'm reaching my goals. I want to earn a bachelor's degree in psychology. Hopefully go back to school and get my master's. And hopefully one day reach to my doctor's degree. And everybody call me Dr. Rodriguez. You know what? With the last home, Mama, I used to argue with that lady. I used to argue back and forth. Oh my God, did I give her war? I used to run away, used to come the next day. But you know what? She never gave up. She used to tell me, you know what? You're giving me a hard time. Did she ever put a 14-day notice on me? No. She just kept me there. And I'm thankful for her. She, you know what I mean? She knew that when she was going to become a foster mom, this is what she was going to deal with. But she never gave up. She says, I see somebody, you know what I mean? I see somebody in there. And she says, you know, to this day, she admired me, and I'm one of her most successful foster kids that she ever raised. I always wish that when I was in freshman high school, somebody told me, what is it when you aged out? What is it that I'm looking at? I'm not looking at benefits of college or paying tuition. Or, hey, you're on your own. Like, you have to learn fast. Come on, because by the age of 21, it's not going to get any better. Adulthood is hard, but I think just having the discussion of keeping it real about life, whether, where they're looking at if they don't take the opportunity that DCFS offers or programs. One of my best workers, thank you. He always said that we always smile, even though we're going through the hardest, toughest day, that we always smile. That we always look at our history and just laugh about it instead of just crying over it. What made him the best? He cared. He really honestly cared. He cared for all 7 of us. And you could tell. And you could tell when a person cares. And a person that doesn't care, they don't listen to you. He always cared. He would make sure we had our bus cars or whatnot, or get dropped off. He was a stalker, but it was a good stalker. But, he says that it made him who he is today because of us. He says that he will never that our family affected his family. He knew the father or leader or boss that he wanted to be for others, and he just grew, but he cared.